Hello, all of our HitPoint friends. Here we are with a potential new series for the channel in Madden 21. I am going to attempt to take the Kansas City Chiefs, the Super Bowl winning champs, and see how many seasons it takes to get them to 0-16. Now, there are a few ground rules for this series. First, I can't trade away any superstar X Factor players. I have to keep them on the team. Second, when the contracts are expiring, I'm not required, though, to re-sign anyone. So I can let the superstar X Factor players go, but they have to go out when their contract expires. Third, during the draft, I have to always draft the player that's in the top spot. That could be good, that could be bad. I could get a really good player, or I could get a really bad player. That keeps me from just tanking every draft and taking the worst player available, but at the same time not getting stuck with potentially really good players. So just locking it in at that point. Number 4, I will not be playing any games. This is all simulation, just to see how many seasons it would take to take a team and go to 0-16. Number 5, for trading away players, I have to use the trade block. I have to put someone on the trade block and accept a reasonable offer from all the offers I'm being given. I am not going to go in and actually try to manually do any trades, because that just adds in some bias on my part of potentially just trying to trade for someone really crappy, or having to trade for someone really good that might have a lot of cap hit. Because there's multiple strategies you could go with potentially trying to get to 0-16. I'm trying to go with legitimate, as a team would progress over time. How long would it take for a team to get to that point, while just letting players go to keep cap room, not really signing a lot of new players, all those different things. Yeah, to combat against the fact of just letting a lot of people walk in free agency, another rule will be that in free agency, I always have to make an offer on a player who still is in their prime, who would be an improvement to the team. Like, I'm trying to run this as realistic as possible as a team would, but to see how long it takes to get to 0-16, not having a lot of stud players. And last rules, I have to play the best players. I have to put them in the lineup. I can't bench them. And so because of that, to mitigate that a little bit, I am going to keep injuries on. So if people get hurt, they get hurt. And we'll let that be what it is. So those are the rules. I'm curious to see how many seasons it takes, especially being with the Chiefs, seeing how they are our most recent Super Bowl winners. But this could be a lot of fun just to see how long it actually takes, and to see if it's even possible if a team can go 0-16 in Madden 21. So we're doing a little bit of experimenting here with Madden, just seeing in franchise mode, can a team go 0-16, and see how long that takes with the rules that I've set up. So I hope you guys enjoy. Like the video. If this video gets to 50 likes, I'll definitely continue this series. Let me know in the comments below any tweaks you'd like to see made, or just your thoughts on what you'd like to see on the channel. If you haven't hit subscribe yet, definitely hit that subscribe button. We definitely appreciate it. I know with a lot of the videos I've posted recently, the majority of people watching them are not subscribers, so it'd be great to see a lot of those people become subscribers if you're really liking the stuff on the channel. Check out our other stuff. We got a lot on there. We just had recently a reaction to the DC fandom this past week and get posted, so check out that video. But let's get going. So first look, we just got to look at the team. Let's look at the lineup. Here off the bat, Tyreek Hill, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, all guys I cannot trade away because they are superstar X Factor. But especially since we have Edwards-Helaire, I'm going to right away put Damian Williams on the trade block. And we're going to put Sammy Watkins on the trade block. We're going to put Hardman on the trade block. I mean, we're putting a lot of guys on the trade block. And we're even going to put Schwartz on the trade block. So from the offense, that's everyone going on the trade block right now. Taking a look at the defense, Chris Jones and Honey Badger here are the only ones that I cannot put on the trade block. So we are going to put Clark on the trade block. Put Noddy on the trade block, seeing how he's very young. We're going to put a coffer on the trade block. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to put Thornhill on the trade block. Alright, so those are all the guys I'm going to put on the trade block. Do have to go in. I made note of that. One of the rules being that injuries would be on. That I did have that off. I got to turn that back on. Just to let everyone else know, it doesn't really matter about skill level or anything. Just from stats from the, from the settings for the actual simulation. Trade deadline will remain on. Salary cap's still on. All the abilities are on. From season experience, weekly trainings on auto, and scouting will be manual just for this first year because there is a 2021 draft class out there. Again, shout out to C4 for getting that done already. And yeah, that's where we're sitting at. When it comes to spending a Coach XP, didn't really set a rule on that. Andy Reid already has a lot of things unlocked. When we look at his Coach X, some of his, it looks like I don't have any XP to spend, so I can't look at that right now. Oh, I can. He has a lot of things already unlocked, especially training boosts. So we gotta we're gonna treat this like it's a real team. So I will spend Coach XP getting things boosted, all those different aspects. Not going to just cheese this in any kind of way. Really want to see how long it will take. Alright, so off the bat, we're going to send to the next week, see if we're getting any offers. We have a lot of trade offers. We'll start with Damian Williams. Right now being offered a 3rd round pick next year, and a 7th round pick next year, and a 6th round pick this year. Tampa Bay is offering me a 3rd and a 7th this year and a 7th the following year. I'm going to go Tampa Bay's offer because that is the better offer. That would be the more realistic one, I think, in this scenario. Next person to look at, I'm going to look at Sammy Watkins. Right now, best offer, as I can tell, would be from the Steelers. I take that back. The Seahawks are offering me a 2nd round pick next year and a 5th and a 7th this year. See if I'm being offered anything better. Miami's offering me a 3rd and a 5th the following year. That's not bad. But I think if I can get a 2nd round pick next year, that's the best pick. So I'm going to go with Seattle's offer. There goes Sammy Watkins. We're going to look at Frank Clark now. 27 years old. See if I'm being offered anything this year. Does not look like it. We want to see who's offering me a 2nd round pick next year. It looks like the Saints are offering me a 2nd next year and a 5th and a 7th this year. Same thing with the Titans. So I think I'm going to go with the Tennessee Titans offer. And last, we have Schwartz. This one really would have to be really good value. He's older. He's 31. But a lot of people could use a stud right tackle. I'm actually surprised Miami's not offering something better than a 3rd rounder and a 5th rounder next year. I didn't see any offers. Well, so Green Bay's offering me a 3rd and a 4th this year and a 7th next year. That's probably the offer I'll take. That is pretty good. That is the best offer in this pool here. So we'll be trading Mitchell Schwartz to the Green Bay Packers. Here we are at the playoffs, and we went 8-8. So I knew it for sure we weren't going to be anywhere near 0-16 for season 1 with the players we have. Interesting to see that we made it to the playoffs going 8-8 though. When you look at the team in comparison to everyone else, we are the lowest overall team making the playoffs because we have a tie there for Washington. Ravens with the best record though. Worst record in the league goes to the Jaguars. Not surprising. So let's look at stats for the season. Mahomes with a big drop-off. 4,500 yards, really good there, but only 27 touchdowns and 12 picks. So losing some of his weapons definitely had a huge effect. Clyde did not have a good year. A huge split for running back. Just touchdowns all over the place. Receiving, our best receivers were Demarcus Robinson and Travis Kelce. Both over 1,000 yards. Defensively, 6 picks by Honey Badger. That's crazy. Chris Jones with 7 sacks. Our offense was 10th in the NFL still, and our defense was 16th, so that explains having an 8-8 record. I mean, when you look at awards, we know that there's not going to be a lot of people from the Chiefs. You got Mahomes, that's not a surprise. You got Defensive Player of the Year, Honey Badger. Offensive Rookie of the Year going to Justin Herbert. Edwards-Helaire did make the list. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Snead made the list. Best quarterback, Mahomes is on there. No Chiefs for running back. No Chiefs. Actually, Demarcus Robinson for wide receiver. No Chiefs for offensive line. Chris Jones made the list for defensive lineman. Linebacker, O'Daniel made the list. And Honey Badger made the list on defensive back. So we take a look at the lineup before we simulate the playoffs. Edwards-Helaire is a star development. And on defense, everyone looks the same. So let's advance a week. See if we beat the Bills. We lose in the wild card to the Bills 20-17. With that being said, we're going to go to the offseason. We'll go to the first week of free agency, see who is available. Don't have a ton of cap room. But like I said, if there's anybody that would be an improvement for the team, I do actually have to make an offer, especially if they're in their prime. So right off the bat, we have Aaron Jones and Alvin Kamara, both worth offers. We got to decide for our system which would be the better one. When you look at Aaron Jones, he's 92 overall, elusive back, 84 power back, 83 receiving back. Got good ratings here, good trucking, good carrying, a solid running back. So when you compare him to Alvin Kamara is the better overall back. All of his stats for each archetype are very similar. So I think that shows that Alvin Kamara is the person we have to make an offer on. We're going to offer him a 5-year contract as it shows. No one else has made any offers. Outside of Kamara, Todd Gurley was available. You got Shaquille Barrett. Would be an upgrade for the team, but he's not in his prime. He will be starting to regress. Marcus Williams, though, would be a huge improvement. We have to make the offer here. Not going to try to beat the Dolphins. We just have to make the offer. Don't need Keanu Neal. Don't need Demario Davis. These guys are not in their prime. Brown here would be a good pick at middle linebacker. We will make an offer to him. This would be one realistically. They actually would probably like to see him come in, so we will make a bigger offer compared to the other teams. At quarterback, we definitely don't need to do anything. We've got our offer to Kamara. Fullback, we could use a fullback. We'll make an offer to Blasingame. Don't have the salary cap, though. So we are at that point. I don't have enough cap room based off the offers that I've made. So we will go ahead and we will simulate to the next week. Brown rejected, Kamara accepted, and Williams rejected. So out of our offers, we only got Kamara. I totally forgot to do scouting. So let me really quick download that. Totally forgot to go to week 3. We have a lot of draft classes in here now for 2021. But definitely going to download C4s. Always like to go in and download them because there may have been updates since the last time I imported it. Not really concerned with having to scout anybody. I'll turn auto scout on now. Not going to have a lot of people to know, so that leaves a lot of mystery for whoever I take. But we're going to advance to the draft and see how this goes for us. start the draft. No point in looking at the draft board. We'll see who goes in these first 5 picks, though.
The Raiders.
You got Panay, who goes to the Jaguars.
The Dolphins.
Rousseau, who goes to the Raiders.
The Vikings.
Jamar Chase, who goes to the Dolphins.
The Cardinals.
Dylan Moses to the Vikings.
The
And Wyatt Davis to the Cardinals. I will say this, I've noticed this so far in drafting. The AI is drafting way more like a user now, so that is good to see. It makes it a little bit more challenging in a draft to make sure you're going to get the people you want. But it makes it now to where it's way more realistic as well. Alright, so we're going to advance to our pick.
The Chiefs are now on the clock.
Rondale Moore just got taken. We will make our selection, and we have to take Jalen Waddle. Which is not a bad pick. He's ranked 15 and took him at 19. He will actually be a great pick for the Chiefs, so that's an instance where this worked out well for them. Go to our next pick.
The Chiefs are now on the clock.
And due to our rules, we have to take Trey Lance.
The Packers are now on the clock.
Go to our next pick.
The Chiefs are now on the clock.
And we have to take Devontae Smith. Ooh, that is not a good sound.
The Chiefs are now on the clock.
But at the same time, he was ranked number 35. We took him at 83. Hidden development. We had 2 picks in a row. So we have to take another wide receiver. We're going to take Chris Olave from Ohio State. Only normal development. Not that great of a pick. Got a lot of wide receivers on the team now, though. All right, we did not make the playoffs. No surprise there with a lot of the people that were gone from the team. Let's see where we ended. Wow. 2 losses down. We went 6-10. So we're heading in the right direction. But we still were able to get a few wins out. Not surprising having Pat Mahomes. Worst record in the league went to the Jets, being 3-13. Miami with a huge improvement, going 8-8. Did not make the playoffs, though. Always got to see where Miami goes. I'm a Dolphins fan. And the season has ended, and we did not make the playoffs, as we would hope. Looks like we lost the last game of the season. So we're going to take a look at the standings, see how we did, see if we did better or worse than last season. Please do worse. Please do worse. Please do worse. Oh, we did the same. 6-10 again. Ugh. Come on. I mean, as long as we have Mahomes, that's going to probably be the case. It's going to be hard to lose a lot of games. You have got to be kidding me. With the team we have, we went 10-6 and won the division. Ugh. I think it's now, this is our 4th season. It may be becoming clear it might be next to impossible to go 0-16 through simulation. How did we do so well? We did well, went 10-6, and just to show, Miami has the worst record. After they went 8-8 both last seasons. I don't understand simulation in Madden. Pat Mahomes had improved this year, almost got to 4,000 yards, but he had 32 touchdowns, 12 picks. Kamara over 1,000 yards again. Devontae Smith, Peterson, Waddle, all getting over 800 yards. Defensively, Oliver and Evans having good seasons. Burns and Jones getting double-digit sacks. Decent amount of picks. I mean, the team did well. Our offense was 6th in the NFL. And our defense was 7th. So yeah, of course we went 10-6. So here we are in the playoffs, and somehow, some way, we went 12-4. Somehow. Somehow, we improved. And not only went 12-4, but had the 3rd best record in the league. And Miami goes from worst to winning their division. How in the heck is this happening? How? I know we have some stellar guys. I know we have some studs on the team. but we don't overall have a very good team. Here we are at the end of Season 6. We did not make the playoffs. That's a good sign, but I already know we didn't go 0-16 because we beat the Jaguars in the last week. But let's see what our record was. This is the best we've done so far. We went 3-13. So this is good. This is good. We're heading in the right direction. 3-13, worst record in the league. I looked, and Pat Mahomes has 2 years left on his contract. The fact we went 3-13 when he still has 2 years left, that's good for us. I think that's a good sign. We're in Season 6, 3-13. It's the end of Season 7. We did not make the playoffs, so that's good. Look at the standings. We improved. We went from 3-13 to 8-8. Not surprising, picking up Zeke, that would happen. I probably could have, following my rules, not picked him up, but it just made sense because no offers were being made on him. And if I were the Chiefs in that situation, I would try to sign Zeke with no running back. So we're going to look at the stats. Did not make the playoffs, but still had a decent year. We were 9th in offense. Defensively, we were 26th, so that's why we went 8-8. Pat Mahomes, definitely enjoyed having Zeke here. 30 TDs, 3,800 yards. Rushing, Zeke had over 1,400 yards, only had 6 touchdowns because Russell Smith took a lot of touchdowns from him. Zeke's now wondering, why in the heck did I come to this team? It's the end of Season 8. Unfortunately, I already know we didn't go 0-16 again because we won our last game against the Jaguars. But we did not make the playoffs. So let's see how we did. Repeat of our worst season. We went 3-13 again. So on Season 8, make a note here for myself. We went 3-13. Okay, so we're at the end of Season 9. Went ahead, just jumped ahead. We're at the end of Season 9. We have potential here. We lost to the Jaguars in the last week. So it's the moment of truth. We went 3-13 again. That is now 3 seasons. We've gone 3-13. We have not been able to do worse than that so far. No! It's Season 10. The year 2029. And we made the playoffs. We went 8-7-1 after going 3-13 2 years in a row. Our quarterback's getting better. Thing is, on defense, I've had to sign guys out of free agency. I didn't want to. My defense has been getting better. And that's been part of the problem. And our offense was 18th. We did not have a good offense. And our defense was 14th. We just barely made it. Just out of pure force. Because Gregory Rousseau had 22.5 sacks. I don't know if this is possible. No, we tied in the last week. Season 12. We went 3-12-1. We had a chance to go 3-13 again. Especially the worst team. Stupid ties. Alright, it's 2032. It's Season 13. Week 17. We lost. We may have a chance here. We just might. Or, here we go. No! 5-11. We're still struggling. We have a really crappy team. We have a worse team than we did the last 2 seasons and somehow had a better record. Did not have the worst record in the league. I'm telling you, I don't know if this is possible. So if you can see here in the upper right hand corner, it is now the year 2049. Guys, I have simulated through 30 seasons now, trying to see, can we go 0-16 through simulation, just tearing down the Kansas City Chiefs. So I want to show you so far how simulation has gone. Starting after season 8, I started keeping track every year of our record. So I'm going to bring that up here so you guys can see what I am talking about. So yeah, if you look here, in season 6 we went 3-13, season 8 we did 3-13, and then from there, the worst record I ever had was in season 19. We went 1-15. But from then on out, the lowest I could get was 2-14. And if you look back here, we had a few seasons where we had ties that really just threw things off as well. So here we are in season 30. Going to check and see, can we in season 30 go 0-16? I have simulated through the season. You look in week 17, we did lose to the Titans 31-24. So we're going to check and see, did we go 0-16? And we did not. We went 3-13. So guys, I don't know if it's impossible. Maybe it's because it's the Chiefs and I got Andy Reid as a coach. Maybe that's the scenario where you got to have like a coach that isn't good. I don't know. But with the Chiefs going through 30 seasons, we cannot achieve an 0-16 season. And I'll tell you, I broke all my rules. I broke all the rules I set up at the beginning of this video to try to make this happen. If you look, I only have normal development people on the offense. And then on the defense, I have one guy that's star. Outside of that, anytime I had someone that had hidden development after a draft, I traded them away. If someone developed higher than normal, I traded them away too. I broke all the rules, didn't sign anyone free agency just to see, is it possible? Because I had so many seasons I actually started winning because I had superstar X Factor guys or superstar development people. So I had to tweak it just to see what is actually possible. So here we are through 30 seasons and not have gone 0-16. So let me know in the comments below, who do you want me to try next? I mean, I'm still willing. I want to see if it's possible. I want to see if there is a team you can take 0-16 through simulation. Like I said, maybe it's because it's the Chiefs and Madden's got the background stuff in there where they like certain teams more than others. Maybe it's because I had Andy Reid as the coach still. I'm not sure. So tell me what team you'd like to see me go through a teardown. See if we can make them go 0-16. I am going to, though, because since we're here, I want to see how many seasons can you actually do in Madden. Oh, it looks like actually season 30 would have been the last season because it says 2049 up there. So there you go. You can do 30 seasons in Madden and then you're done. So just to double check that, make sure. Yep, 3-13 was the last standings. So yep, you can play 30 seasons worth and then you're done. So now we know the benchmark for future teardowns. We can go 30 seasons. We can see within 30 seasons, can you go 0-16? Thanks so much for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so when you see these new videos pop up. If, like I said, leave a comment below. What team do you want me to try next to go have them go 0-16? You guys are the best. Don't forget to keep an eye on your health bar.